Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Horner and I am the director for Nightmare Z, and today I'm going to do a director's commentary and walk you through some of the things I went through on set as we're watching the film. First thing I want to get into is the title sequence. Dawn of the Dead was a big inspiration to me, and I like their title sequence. I like that one and Zombieland, but I don't think I can pull that one off quite yet. So this title sequence is basically nightmare fuel. I was going to put other aspects of like zombies in there, but it just came down to I want to get a core message of what this film is about. So just using snakes and maggots and spiders, they're all things that people don't like, they fear sometimes. And that was it was a lot better than using like a riot scene or something like that. Alright, so here we're getting into the film. And this is actually my sister-in-law's house. And the two actors here are her son, Austin, and his girlfriend, Brianna. Now, when I first got these two to do the film, I thought their chemistry was going to be really great because they're dating, but it turned out to be the opposite because they were so shy to act out in front of each other. Austin couldn't remember his lines, and there's one shot in here, right there, he's actually reading it off a cue card. And once I got them away from each other and did scene, like just having them do their lines, it became a whole lot easier. The other person was outside, and it just flowed more freely. I could get them to act. Now coming up right here is one of my favorite scenes, my son stepping in something. That's my son Joseph, and it was actually ad-lib. Just we did it and we thought it was funny, so we kept it in the film. That's me.
You think she's in there?
And that's Eric Guerin. He's a cop here in town. He's been a lifelong friend of mine. And those two had the perfect chemistry, even though Eric is not a real big kid person. They pulled it off once the camera was on better than anybody. They wanted it to be perfect, which made my job easier. They remembered their lines, they had it in their head, they could remember it, and then we just walked through it. Now the dream sequence, like around the edges of the film, I did that because it wasn't quite clear as I was watching it back that this was a dream, because the whole premise of the film is, what do zombies do when they're in a house? Are they dreaming? Are they talking to each other? Are they remembering things? So that's what the premise of the film was about. He wouldn't. He couldn't put in the contacts. I was going to have their eyes look the same, but he couldn't do it, and that kind of threw off a lot of the film because it's not clear that they're both zombies at the end, and I had to go back, reshoot a few shots. That lamp gave me trouble. It's like one of the biggest things in the film of the lighting I don't like. The blue, I was wanting something to represent the darkness in the basement, but not have it dark in there. So that's why I did that. And then the yellow light and the blue, I think, just was perfect for getting one side, kind of like the beauty setup on lighting setup that we were taught. I think she did a great job on her makeup too. Like, she did that prosthesis. That's where she supposedly gets bit. Some of the color grading in these scenes were hard, and I had to use like scenes that weren't in that order. I just had to take it from something else.
Looks like she was running through something.
And uh, color graded to where it was right and everything like that. Now, me and my son and I talked about this scene, and I think he nailed it here. Even though we don't see him cry, like he was wanting to nail that scene, and I think he did. And here's Austin's zombie reveal, and he just took a whole bunch of makeup and smeared it on his face and got that effect. I was able to use the music to kind of get the birds chirping and the dogs barking out of that background. But yeah, that's. I put the names of the songs in here as well. All the people that helped. I thank them. My little girls helped me on the film too. Like, they were always wanting to come back and hold something, or they wanted to be involved. And I love when my kids want to be involved in this because it makes it fun. Some other things that happened on set I didn't bring up. On my first time, we shot this in 3 days. First day didn't go so well. Eric and Joseph nailed their scenes perfectly. I got all their stuff done in 2 days because I went back and reshot a few shots because I didn't like the color of it. But Austin and Brianna's shots, I had to do those all 3 days because like Austin couldn't remember his lines and stuff like that. So, but it was fun. One thing I learned: you don't want people on set that sometimes don't need to be there, that can't follow direction. My kids can, luckily. But when you have so many people just around talking and trying to like do it this way, it's going to drown out your voice, and it did that first day. So I just try to get everybody like one-on-one with me or things like that, like just the group of actors, and that made it so much easier. But yeah, that's my film, and I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time.